Here's something I've stopped doing on eBay, and maybe you should too. Hey guys, Ken here. Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, I wanted to share something with you that I've recently changed in my business that has to do with something that I'm not doing on eBay anymore. I used to do this and I'm not doing it anymore. You know, I'm always looking for ways to streamline my workflow. And I was on YouTube watching another channel, and this gentleman was talking about something that he had stopped doing, and it made me think, because I didn't know, that this was occurring on eBay, and I was doing it, and I think it was actually hurting my business. And what it is, when someone buys a postcard off me, okay, I have it set up in my system to where they're supposed to pay immediately, because everything I've got is on a buy it now. I don't do auctions. Everything's a buy it now, and I have it set up for immediate payment. But sometimes they don't immediately pay. And I've done videos on that, how to deal with a non-paying buyer and all that. But the thing is, one thing I didn't realize is once they have purchased the item, if they haven't paid immediately, what I used to do is I used to wait about 24 hours and I would send them an invoice. Okay? And I've stopped doing that. And let me tell you the reason why. I found out through my research that, eBay has a system called the Unpaid Item Assistant that I have set up, and you can set that up in your preferences in your back office. But what it does, it enables me to take a hands-off approach as to when someone doesn't pay, I don't really have to worry about, going after them for payment. I have it set up in my system to where if they don't pay within 4 days, what eBay does, it immediately ends the transaction, cancels the transaction. It relists the order, relists the postcard, and then it's supposed to send them a strike on their account for non-payment. So I don't have to chase them, because I don't chase people. But one of the things I didn't realize is, let's say somebody buys a postcard off me, and it goes 24 hours, and they haven't made payment yet for whatever reason. I would normally send them an invoice, just a friendly reminder that they need to pay. Well, I found out that when you do that, eBay automatically resets the clock on that. I have it set up that they're supposed to pay within 4 days. Well, if I wait 24 hours, then once I send them that invoice, that clock, that time, that 4-day period gets reset, okay? And what I'm saying is that once somebody purchases something off me, if it goes 24 hours, then what happens is I send them an invoice, and instead of them having 3 days left, it gets set back to 0, which means now they have another 4 days. And it doesn't matter when you do it. I mean, what would happen if you went 3 days and you hadn't received payment, and you sent them an invoice? Well, guess what? You just set, according to the way eBay has it set up, you just set that clock back to 4 days. So instead of having 1 day left in that scenario, now they have another 4 days, because every time you send them an invoice, it resets the system back to 0. And that's why I chose to not do this anymore, because to be honest with you, I don't have to. What eBay does is when somebody makes a purchase, eBay immediately sends them a notice that, congratulations, you've won the item, pay now. Okay, now if they don't do that, if it goes 2 days into that 4-day stretch and they still haven't paid, eBay will send them another reminder. You don't have to do it. eBay will send them another reminder saying, hey, you still haven't paid, you got 2 days left, you need to pay. And then after 4 days, if they still haven't paid, like 1 minute after 4 days, literally 1 minute, eBay will cancel the transaction, relist the item, and then put a strike on their account for non-payment. So I'd like to know your thoughts on this as far as sending invoices. I just don't like to waste time, because in business, time is money. So there's no reason for me to have to send an additional invoice when eBay immediately sends them a reminder once they've purchased the item. And then if they haven't paid, eBay will send them another reminder within 2 days. And, that should be enough. I mean, like I said, I don't chase people. There's really no reason for me to have to go through the process of sending an invoice. And before I had, text typed out, and I just have to copy and paste that. And that's not an issue. But it's just another thing I had to do. So I'd like to know your thoughts on that. Do you send invoices? Do you not send invoices? What's your policy? What's your procedure on that? And put it in the comments and let's have a conversation about it. But I just thought I'd talk about it today. I thought it'd be a good topic to educate you on, because maybe you didn't know that. Maybe you have your eBay unpaid item assistant set up properly, to 4 days like I have mine. And then you've been sending invoices, trying to get payment. But you didn't know that every time you send an invoice, it resets the clock. And it resets it back to 0, and you just give them another 4 days or whatever. And it's probably worse, because on that eBay unpaid item assistant system, the minimum you can set is 4 days. I mean, you can set that thing all the way back to 30 days. They have a drop-down menu, and it can go like, I think, 4 days, 7 days, 10 days, 14 days, 30 days, whatever. And if you set it, what if you would have set it to 30 days? Then every time you send them an invoice, it gives them another 30 days? I don't know if that's the case, but that would be horrible. So, like I said, I'd like to know your thoughts on it. And let's just share in the comments so it'll benefit everybody as to what you do as far as whether you send invoices, whether you don't send invoices. The only thing I could see about sending an invoice is if you had maybe an auction or something, and and you have to adjust shipping, maybe you could use it for that. But since I do everything by it now, I've just stopped doing, sending invoices. I don't feel it's necessary anymore. Okay? Well, so those are my thoughts. I'd like to know your thoughts. Let's have a conversation. Okay, I guess that's going to do it for today. If you enjoyed this video and you got anything out of this content, you know what to do. Smash that like button. Really helps the channel. I appreciate it. We're getting very close to that 1,000 subscriber mark on YouTube. And once it hits there, I get monetized. And just thank you to all you guys that have followed me over the years and helped me get here, because I never thought I would ever get this far. I mean, like I've said on previous videos, this is like my 4th attempt on YouTube to make it work. I had 3 other attempts that just crashed and burned. It wasn't pretty. But this one actually worked. But anyway, thanks for all your support. I'm going to go. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care, and bye for now.